You search for how to download a file in n8n. This is the full guide, start to finish, no fluff. So open your n8n workspace and let's build this. Click the big new workflow button up top. I'll name mine download file automation. That's just so I can find it again. Now we need a way to run this manually for testing, so click add first step, search for manual trigger, and select it. You'll see it land on the canvas. Then we add the real workhorse. Hit the plus icon, type HTTP request, and add that node. The HTTP request node panel opens on the right. First thing, method. Leave it on get. That's the standard way to fetch a file. Now the URL field. Paste the direct file URL you want to grab, something like example.com/report.pdf, not the web page, the actual file link. If you test it in a browser and it just shows a page instead of downloading, you've got the wrong URL. We'll come back to that. Now the critical part, and the one that trips people up. Scroll to response. The dropdown is probably set to JSON. Change it to file. This is what tells n8n to treat the whole response as binary data, not try to parse it as text. If you leave it on JSON, you'll get garbled junk. Right below that, binary property, type data. Keep it simple, you'll use that name when you hand the file off to the next node. With that set, click execute step, n8n fires the request. Watch the output panel on the right, it'll show a little spinner, then a green success indicator. Click the binary tab and you'll see an entry called data. Expand it and you'll confirm the file name, MIME type, and size. That's the proof the download worked. Now just having the file inside the workflow is only half the job, you need to store it somewhere. Hit the plus again after the HTTP request node, search for Google Drive. I'm picking this one because it's a common destination. Select it, then under Operation choose Upload a File. In the input binary field type data, that's the property name from the previous node, then pick your target folder, maybe My Drive or a specific folder. Execute the whole workflow once more. The file now lands in Google Drive. You can open it from there to make sure it isn't corrupted. What I just showed you works for any file type. PDFs, CSVs, Excel, images, zip files. The HTTP request node doesn't care. The same GET, response to file, binary property data setup handles all of them, so you don't need a different workflow per format. But some files aren't public. If your URL needs authentication, go back to the HTTP request node and open the authentication section. For an API key, you'll often add a custom header, authorization, then bearer followed by your token. Never paste the key directly into the node if you can avoid it. n8n has a built-in credential system. Use a header auth credential instead, so the secret stays in one secure place and you're not leaking it in logs or exports. What if the file URL isn't fixed? It can come from an earlier node. In the URL field, toggle to expression mode, click the little function icon. Then you can drag in a field from, say, a Google Sheets row that contains a list of file URLs. The HTTP request node will pull that value at runtime. If the previous node spits out multiple items, each one with its own URL, n8n iterates automatically, one download per item, no loop node needed. That's how you process a batch of files in a single run. Once you've got the binary data, a few practical next moves. Renaming, the file name from the source might be useless. You can use the Google Drive node's file name field to override it with something like monthly report pod.bdf, or drop a move and rename utility node in between. If you're self-hosted, the read/write files from disk node can save the file to your server's file stem. But be careful, if you're on n8n Cloud, that node won't put the file on your personal computer. The workflow runs in n8n's environment. For persistent storage, always use an external service, Google Drive, S3, Dropbox, etc. When things go wrong, and they will, check the HTTP request node's output. A red error badge tells you it failed. First, copy that URL and paste it into a browser. Does it download? If you get a 401 or 403, you're missing authentication. If you get a 404, the file's gone. Also double-check the response dropdown is still set to file. Accidentally resetting to JSON is the top support ticket. And if you see successful status but no binary data, make sure the binary property name matches exactly what the next node expects. Data, not file or binary. For really large files, a few hundred megabytes and up, keep an eye on execution time and memory. n8n's default binary data handling works for most cases, but on self-hosted you may need to adjust the binary data mode in the settings to use external storage. The cloud version handles it, but the execution timeout is still a reality. Now you have the complete download pipeline. Here's what you'll want next. If the file sits behind a login page and not a direct URL, you'll typically fetch the download link using a prior HTTP request with authentication, then pass that to the download node. And if you're building a recurring automation, swap the manual trigger for a schedule trigger, same downstream chain, no other changes needed. If this walkthrough saved you time, hit like, subscribe, and leave a comment saying this was helpful. Comments are what push these videos to other people searching for the exact same thing.